And on this beautiful sunny 9/29/25, yes, we are getting into the night hour now. I am not the owl. Hooty hoo! But I am going to talk about triangle proportionality theorem. We were given this large triangle. And all of a sudden, this line came slicing through, intersecting both sides of this triangle. And these arrows indicate that they run parallel. All right, so that means this 4 will be, yes, proportionate to this side that we don't know yet, but we'll figure that out in a second. And our question marks, which will change with an X, is proportionate to our 15. But how do we find the missing link here? Goodness, it's not too difficult. This entire side right here is represented by the 10. Well, it's giving us one piece of 4, and 10 minus 4 equals 6, giving us our other piece. All right, I always like to start with the term with the variable, just like the KC chief himself. No, I'm not talking Kansas City. I'm talking Kent's Cares, the math chief. All right, so I'm going to highlight this in red. I'm also going to highlight our X just so you can see where I'm pulling that from. And I'm going to set that over its proportionate side of, yes, 15. Now, if I did the smaller side over the larger side, I have to set that equal to the smaller side of 4 over the larger side of 6. But I will use color just to represent that. So red over blue equals, yep, red over blue. And that way you always have that. Now from here, we will simply cross multiply. X times 6 gives us, great job class, 6x. We will set that equal to, let me do some highlighting here, 15 times 4, which is, wonderful work, 60. And what do we do last? We will divide each side by 6, giving us x equals 10. Beautiful. And practice for number 6. This one, a few of the students were getting kind of caught up on, so why don't we go ahead and discuss this together. All right, so key piece of information. Yes, we have an x, okay, but this 7x minus 4 is being set over the smaller of these two, which means our 18 we also have to set over the smaller of these two. But we know that this entire side length here is 18. Well, how do we figure out this piece? Again, 18 minus 10 gives us, great job class, 8. Now from here we can drop our proportions. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take, let's see, why don't we, we'll use red. 7x minus 4, we will take that entirety. 7x minus 4. And then we will set that over this blue piece right here, which is 20. And again, we will do the exact same on the other side. So we'll take our red here. That entirety is represented by 18. That will go on top. And what will go on bottom is the 8. And from here, we will do it again. We will cross multiply. And just in case, when you see two terms, like the 7x minus 4 here, well, just in case you remember, if we put that in parentheses, now we know we need to multiply not just to one term, but to both terms. So again, we will do our cross multiplication. We have 8 times 7x, giving us 56x. Then we do 8 times the negative 4, giving us negative 32. I saw a few students in class put a plus 32, so just so you don't get confused there. And then we will do 20 times 18, giving us, yes, 360. From here, it's just a two-step equation. How do we get the 56x by itself? Well, it's hanging out with negative 32. What's the opposite of a negative? It's a positive, and what we do to one side, we will do to the other side, and our 56x will simply just come down. Negative 32 plus 32, boom, done. 360 plus 32 is 392. I will go to my calculator here and do 392 divided by 56, giving us, yes, it does equal 7. Sorry I didn't go straight for the setup there, but yes, x equals 7. Circle your answer for that one. And let's move forward to number 9. All right, similar process here. We have 18, and then we have 4x minus 5 being represented. All right, and then we have a 10 and a 2. So why don't we just go ahead and set this up here. I want to show you something that's kind of critical. Let me thin that out just a hair. Does that work better? Oh, no, not as great. Let me do this one. All right. Then we'll take that 18. We will set it right on top. I will highlight our blue piece here of the 4x minus 5. We'll go ahead and put that in the bottom. All right, now let's take a look over here. Well, if we took this entire side length, all right, that equals 18. Well, we also need to set it over this entire side length. So 10 plus 2 is, great job, 12. And I'm just going to draw that in there for us just so we have that. And you're like, oh, okay, like I completely understand it now. Wonderful, thank you. And then we will set that over. Well, if we set it over the larger side here, we also have to do the same here. So we're just going to set it over the 10. And from here, it's just a game of cross multiplication and simply solving. Let me make that a little bigger. 4x minus 5 times 12. Well, we'll do 12 times 4x, giving us 48x. Then we will do 12 times negative 5, giving us negative 60. We will set that equal to 18 times 10, which is 180. Yes, just like in class, I'm using all of the colors. Now we'll rotate to our two-step equation. Plus 60, what we do to one side, we do to the other. Bring down our 48x, negative 60 plus 60, get rid of it. 180 plus 60 is 240. Then we will do 240 divided by 48, giving us 5. Great job. And that's supposed to be an 8. Sometimes my writing can be a little sloppy when I'm working quick for a video. Now, in order to figure this out, we will simply just plug in our x. So I'm going to do a little, there we go. We have our 4, and every time we see an x, we're just going to wrap it in parentheses. And since we know it's equal to 5, we will do that. Then we'll just do minus 5 equals 4 times 5 is 20. 20 minus 5 is, yes, great job, 15, giving us x and our side length. Moving forward to number 11, it's going to be something similar as the one above. All right, I'm going to highlight that in red. I'm going to highlight our 14x. Then I'm going to highlight this little bitty line with our 7. And we're going to set that up as 14x over 7. Now, keep in mind, we took this entirety here. So again, we have to take the entirety here. So we will add 15 plus 3. And just so you guys can kind of see that, that'll give us 18. Yes, my 8s are not always the best. That will go on top. And then we set that over the 15 or the 3. Great job, class. It's clearly the smaller side, which is 3. Fantastic work. And from here, just simple cross multiplication. 14x times 3. Wonderful work. 42x. We will set that equal to 18 times 7. I'm going to go ahead and use a calculator for that one. 18 times 7. 126. So once I get my color here, I'm going to do that for us. Wonderful. And that actually works out good. Next thing we will do is divide by 42 on each side. Should be 3. And if we wanted to figure out the total of this side, well, we would just do, wonderful job, 14. Every time we see an x, we will wrap it in parentheses with the number 3. And that equals, let me see, 42. Now, another way you could have done this just to solve for it, well, 15 divided by 3 is 5. 7 times 5 is 35. So this little piece here actually would be 35, and 7 plus 35 is, yes, 42. And that completes this video. Go ahead and try the rest independently. Let's go!